Hey now, and welcome down to KC Toy Reviews. We are here today with Ninja Batman Modern Version by Star Ace Toys. That's right, not the normal one, but the modern version. Now, might I say before we get into this one, this guy is no star of the party, should I say? That was a horrible joke, but let's go ahead and dive right in. Alright, so I've really come to expect mediocre and subpar 1/6 figures in the way of Star Ace. You know, their Harry Potter line is, dare I say, just crap. The Voldemort didn't look horrible, but the face sculpt was still kind of weird. Let's not go into a tangent about that. As far as their animated Batman lineup, definitely not crap. It's been pretty decent. It's really kind of bulkier than the normal 1/6 scale figures, and I'm not going to go too far into that detail, but they are a little bit bulkier, this guy being the same. But, I don't know, price point, quality, what we get, it's just not the normal, not the standard. We have third-party companies out there like Susu, Soso, whatever the hell we want to call them, knocking it out of the park. Possibly giving us better than Hot Toys quality 1/6 scale figures at this point. So when we have Star Ace kind of giving us these Batman figures, and I didn't get Catwoman, but man, that one looked kind of bad for nearly $300. It's just now kind of, again, come to expect a subpar figure, and not knocking this thing. It's not horrible, so I don't want to tee it up like it's this big piece of crap, because as you can see, it has some presence. The suit, dare I say, has a little bit of Christian Bale Batman suit to it. You know, a little bit of that artistic flair in there. And I don't know if anybody else sees it, but I was kind of the first thing I thought of right about off the bat. And I've seen the animated cartoon. Again, not a very good movie, so it's almost like these are really in line with the movie. I'd probably rate the movie a 6 out of 10. It was an okay watch. These as well, they're pretty decent, but again, swinging back into it, my first impression was a little bit of Christian Bale. If you look at the armbands, the shredder-ish, things over here, and I kind of gave it away, my next thought was that it just immediately had a real shredder vibe to it. So Christian Bale, shredder, there's a couple things going in here, a little bit of a fusion into artistic look that I kind of liked, and I really dig it. It's not a bad figure. Yeah, I kind of teed it up like it was this big piece of crap, and it's not. I do like it. It has some presence to it. Does it have drawbacks? Yes, it certainly does have drawbacks. Is it the same quality as, say, Hot Toys? Absolutely not. It's not even close to a Hot Toys quality. First off, I'm not sure who's going to give us a Batman figure without a wired cape. Probably one of the laziest decisions I've ever seen. I know that it's what they keep doing, but come on. It's $300 for this thing. $280, $285. We're not going to get a wired cape. On top of that, the material of the cape is just okay. It's just really just like a cloth-like material. It does not have any weathering or, any type of look to it other than this brand new cutout cape material that's just laid on top of this figure. It doesn't look like they've gone above and beyond to give us any type of spectacular material to it. It has some decent tailoring. I don't want to knock it to this extreme. No wire on a Batman figure. I'm not sure who the hell is going to be able to pose this thing properly and do their pictures with it other than kind of these draping over the shoulder pictures or completely over the back as we see the front of them. But, yeah, you should have included a wire with that cape. Now, zooming into the head sculpt. It's pretty good, it's not awful. It's just not up to the level of detail that we are used to. I think recently I reviewed the Hot Toys Batwoman head sculpt, and the skin and the texture that they pulled off on there was borderline real looking. Now seeing this, I get it. We're going after an animated cartoon. It's not real, but Arkham was a video game. I don't see what the difference is. The head sculpt isn't horrible, but under the lens here, it just doesn't fancy too well. I don't want to say it's the worst thing I've ever seen, but I think they could have done a little bit better. I think that the details could have been kicked up. I think that the paint scheme around it on the edge could have been picked up a little bit more. But it's good for what we got. The chest does light up. Everything that you see blue there actually lights up. Has batteries in the back of this guy, and then on the head sculpt, this piece that you can see here actually comes off, and there is a light up feature there as well. So I will show that shortly. Not too impressed with it. I'm not sure why we have a light up feature and who the hell would use that unless you're actually playing with this guy in the dark, but I don't know. Maybe that's why he was $300 because of the light up feature. Material wise on the legs, it was pretty cool. I think it was a decent material they used here. It's I don't want to say plastic, but almost a pleathery plastic material. Feels decent quality. The only thing I would knock, and these look pretty badass, kind of the shin pauldron stuff down here. I could barely get the leg, or not the legs, the feet to move. So let's just take a look here. As you can see, they are literally just kind of springing back. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but I had terrible articulation with the feet on the bottom of this guy. The same goes for this side. It wasn't anything different. It just kind of almost springs back. And as we zoom out a little bit here, due to the material on the legs and a little bit underneath the arm, the bulkiness of the suit, he's very stiff. You can get some decent museum-ish poses. However, you're not going to get any, I think of like the Hot Toys homemade Spider-Man suit, right? Where you can get these insane poses, won't destroy the suit, etc. This guy, a little bit more stiff. So if you're okay with the museum pose, and as we're looking at him here, he does have a really imposing, decent look to it. You know, it looks pretty badass. I'm not going to lie. It really is through the lens. I'm thinking it's actually pretty cool. And in case anybody cares, here is the light up feature. As you can see, we have the chest lit up. One of the accessories that comes with it is a batarang that has a little magnet on the back. I believe we can just tap the head here. And you have a light up feature there. Tiny, tiny little light there. I'm sure if I killed every light, it'd be a little bit brighter, but I don't know. I'm just not a big feature light up type of guy. I know it's cool to some, and if you had a really ultra high quality camera, it could probably pick it up 10 times better, but I'm just not impressed. I'm not sure why we need these features in here, and we probably paid, I'd go as far as saying 20, 30, maybe even $40 extra. Not only just because of the materials, but the time and effort to figure out how the hell to get it in there and light up. But, yeah, I got a blue chest. So now's a good time to show the features, how to get that back together. So this piece that I lit up with the magnet, we can actually just take that off of there like that and put it back down. Clips in there. And then the back, basically just has an on-off switch like that. And when we want to cover it, we have this accessory. Looks like some magnets on this side and a little Velcro on that side. It just clips on like that. And there's his backside, in case anybody wants to see. Looks pretty cool from the back there. So here we are in the way of accessories. We do have this Bruce Wayne head sculpt, which I actually think is a decent head sculpt. You know, you can go pick up a Daft Toys suit set and pretty much make a really easy Bruce Wayne with this. A couple things to note, this does not come with all the versions. I believe this is the deluxe version or special version, whatever the hell you want to call it, that this came with. There's a version that does not come with a Bruce Wayne head sculpt. On top of that, clever little bastards, the hole on the bottom doesn't fit a normal peg, so it's much smaller than the normal pegs. I did indeed try to put this on a suit set that I have so I can put it in shot and show everybody. However, because of this small little hole here, it did not work. So something to note, Bruce Wayne head sculpt. We have this Japanese card here. Not sure what the hell I would ever do with this, but it's kind of cool. One thing to note, there are 2 batarangs that come with this. I guess I was just too lazy to put them both in shot. This one, however, does come with a magnet piece that activates the light in the head of Batman. The other one doesn't come with that little magnet. It's basically just flush on the back. So batarang there. I have no idea what this is. I'm sure I'm dumb or everybody's yelling at me, but I have not a clue. Maybe a bomb or mace? Maybe mace? And then I'm assuming, again, I have no idea, but these got to be bombs. A couple little bombs. You know, the mace and these little things have decent detail to them, but man, they're so ridiculously small, I don't know who the hell would even use these things. Maybe there's somewhere on the belt I could put the mace and these little bombs. Or dice. I can draw on each side and make dice out of them. And last but not least, we do have this badass spear that it came with. So, actually, interestingly enough, there was no hand sculpt that could hold the spear. So I thought that was really weird that you're going to include this really cool, detailed spear and no proper way to hold it. And I really mean that. There was no hand sculpt that you can put it through like a fist one. The hand sculpt that you use to hold the what is it called? Batlin gun. I call it Batlin gun. Jesus Christ. Batarang gun, bat gun, whatever the hell that thing is. It can hold it steadily, like if it balanced against it, but there is no hand sculpt that grips it properly for you to put it in poses. So again, just something to note that there's no way to hold this properly. All right, so let's zoom out again and take one last pause and look at the Ninja Batman by Star Ace. Modern version, might I add, not normal. And it really does look good. You know, it has some shelf presence. I always kind of mention, what's this guy going to look like on the shelf? And he has great shelf presence. If you're purely looking for artistic poses and insane articulation, this isn't for you. He's stiff, he's bulky feeling, and to be honest, in the way of quality, he doesn't feel that great either. Take a step back to the untrained eye, he looks pretty decent, you know. I still like the Christian Bale-ish, dare I say, look to the suit, the shredder armbands. Yeah, I can see a little bit of inspiration into a little things all over this guy. One last thing to note, I probably didn't mention, there's the last accessory. I know I had to zoom in on all the accessories. We do have the grappling gun that's in hand there, but man, $300, it's tough to really recommend the figure for that price point, especially if you're new into the 1/6 world. I think that's hardcore. Could they have given us a wire cape? Absolutely. Who the hell is going to give us a Batman figure without a wire cape? We all want those epic poses with the wind blowing his cape or some type of cool pose with that cape wrapped around him. You know, this thing just drapes over him, and on top of that, the quality of the cape, subpar. You know, subpar at best. It's just a piece of cloth. So better material and wire next time. Decent tailoring, you know, as we swing around, we see the lines going down. So it has some decent tailoring to it, but just disappointed with that piece. We do have a branded stand. 1/6 figures should always include a stand. He comes with a branded stand. This is a licensed figure by Star Ace, so we do want to note that's a branded stand. It looks like it's a little bit thick, and it's a decent stand. One thing to note, it is completely hollow underneath, so that is thickness is allusion to the eye, completely hollow underneath there, but nonetheless, it comes with it, and I actually thought it was a decent quality stand. So as we say all that, I think it's a perfect time to swing this guy into a review/score. I don't want to be too harsh. You know, I don't think this is the biggest piece of crap, and I like it. If you know my score system, I think you'll understand that what I'm about to give it is not bad. If you don't know the score system, you're going to think this is a bad score. 6.7 out of 10. I'm going to keep it. 6.7 is good in my world. I think I'm going to keep this guy on the shelf for a while. I do like the lineup by Star Ace so far. However, there are just things these guys can do better. And as always, their price point is out of control. Catwoman was like $300, and it's probably half the size of this, half the materials. So, not sure what those guys are doing over there. Keep up the good work. I think that this is a little bit of an improvement, as I've seen a slow and steady improvement in quality, figure over figure with Star Race. So, keep it up over there. 6.7 out of 10. Batman animated series. Casey Toys. Ninjas. Japan. My wife is from Japan.
Huh?